The Animal Justice Party is calling for an immediate inquiry into the greyhound racing industry as dog deaths soar.
Every year, hundreds of greyhounds retire from racing, often by the age of 4, where they then spend years in rehoming facilities. With the closure of Greyhounds as Pets, GAP, in YE, there is an urgent need for a new rehoming facility. The abrupt closure of the YE GAP has forced 50 greyhounds to move to the already full Londonderry facility in Western Sydney, lowering their quality of life. Meanwhile, the greyhound racing industry continues to produce dogs at a high rate, raising concerns about their future treatment. This is all leading to a future, or more accurately a past, where these beautiful dogs were abused and mistreated. In a survey conducted to gauge the general knowledge, education and awareness related to greyhounds, it was found that 84.6% of people didn't know who greyhounds as pet are or what they do. 76.9% were unaware of the YE centre closure, and at 84.6% of participants didn't know that there are no other dedicated rehoming centres on the Central Coast, with the same percentage of people not hearing of any related issues due to the YE closure. For my community service pitch, I propose to establish a new centre for greyhound rehoming on the Central Coast. This centre will be home to a new program called A Weekend with Hounds, where those looking to adopt, foster or simply spend time with the hounds will have the opportunity to experience what it's really like being with these kind and loving dogs. This is the long-term goal of my proposal, as it is quite ambitious. Because of this, my CSP has evolved to setting up an annual or seasonal adoption event on the Central Coast, with the goal to bring more attention to greyhounds as well as educate people about their kind, loving and loyal personalities. This will greatly benefit the local and wider community, as more people will emphasise, take responsibility and get involved. To demonstrate and pilot this idea, I took to Facebook Greyhound groups, where I organised a small meetup and walk event. From this one community alone, I achieved a high level of support and willingness to help from multiple people. During the meetup, I was able to talk to others about their own incredible stories of having a greyhound, and about underlying issues and misconceptions about greyhounds by others that are ultimately hurting views and opinions on these loving hounds. I met multiple beautiful dogs, each with their own quirks, personalities and progression stories. Frank was a hound who didn't make the cut. He was on a farm before being adopted, where he was fed 2 times a day and then left there alone. When he was first adopted, he was terrified of everything, but now he has a vibrant, friendly and outgoing personality. I also met Luca, who is a service dog for Anne. He's been extremely helpful in assisting and supporting her. He's a calm-natured dog who was loved by both the other people and the greyhounds there. Ollie was another. He had scars from his time in the racing industry, and at first struggled to adapt to general life. He wouldn't let anyone touch his ears and was quite reserved, but over time he came out more and is now a happy and thriving hound. Then there was Piper and Prue, 2 adopted hounds that, whilst not sisters by blood, quickly became sisters by nature. Both of them had an impact on each other over time, helping each other along the way and developing their own quirky personalities. Each greyhound and its owner has a unique story, whether they were inspired by a family member or fell in love with these dogs after learning about their plight. My goal is to bring a sense of love, community and education to the local area, encouraging others to research and discover how they can help. There isn't nearly as much mainstream media coverage as there should be, and there is a heavy layer of misconceptions surrounding greyhounds that, with just a quick search on platforms like Instagram, Facebook or TikTok, you can learn a lot about greyhounds and debunk common misconceptions, which really hurt and damage the reputation and the views surrounding the greyhounds. Common misconceptions about greyhounds include that they need loads of exercise, that they're hyperactive, that they must be aggressive because they wear muzzles, and that they aren't cuddly. All of this is quite frankly false. While they do have moments of high energy like all other dogs, they, like all other dogs, are friendly, kind, gentle and affectionate, as shown throughout this video with the various clips and photos. Now, how can you get involved? Considering adopting or fostering a greyhound, or encouraging others looking for a pet to look into getting a greyhound. Organisations like Greyhounds as Pets, Homeward Bound Hounds and Greyhound Rescue are excellent resources for starting this journey. By doing this, we can make a lasting impact and ensure that these beautiful greyhounds find the loving homes they deserve. By raising awareness, challenging misconceptions and taking action, we can create a brighter future for these incredible dogs and give them the second chance that they so desperately need and deserve.